Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 7th of January 2025. In today's session we are going to discuss the questions, the particular things that happened in India and all around the world. We will see the type of things we need to understand from those things and from those current affairs, and we need to note down in our particular notebooks. Before we start, let's see what are the topics I got covered for you. So in this session I have got international news, national news, banking and finance news, defense, science and technology, sports, important days, ranks and reports, appointments and resignations. So we will discuss about them one by one. So let's see that what are the things we can learn. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. The first news that we have is overview of Maldives Foreign Minister Abdullah Khalil 3-day visit to India. So let's see that what we have to learn. Abdullah Khalil, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Maldives, made an official visit to India from January 2 to January 4, 2025 to strengthen the bilateral ties in key areas including maritime security, trade, and investment. So basically, it is a kind of a regular meet and a kind of a thing that a new year has been started. We have to visit the neighboring countries. So these kind of thing is a kind of a ritual, you can say. And this time, the foreign minister, Mr. Abdullah Khalil, visited India. Do remember that Maldives president is Mr. Mohammad Muizu, and we are talking on maritime security. That means to secure our seas, our oceans. After that, we will talk about trade and then investments in both the countries. Remember, last year, India also helped Maldives in establishing a particular UPI system in their country. This marks his first official visit to India and the first diplomatic visit in India in 2025. On January 3rd, 2025, Dr. Abdullah Khalil held bilateral talks with the Union Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, the Ministry of External Affairs, in New Delhi, acknowledging the economic partnership and progress of ongoing projects facilitated through Indian grant assistance and line of credit initiatives. As I was saying, that all the things that what are the type of projects, what is the progress all about, and basically also the economic partnership and progress that they are having. India and Maldives finalized a framework to promote the use of local currencies for cross-border trade, marking a significant development in bilateral economic cooperation. India and Maldives signed a memorandum of understanding for the execution of the third phase of high-impact community development projects in Maldives, with the Indian government providing grant assistance for the implementation. So do remember that the overview of Maldives Foreign Minister Abdullah Khalil 3-day visit has been conducted, and Maldives basically situated in the Indian Ocean. You can locate it in your map, and do remember that Maldives is separated through Lakshadweep through the 8-degree channel. Do remember that as well. PM Narendra Modi inaugurates and lays the foundation stone for rupees 12,200 crore infrastructure and metro expansion projects in Delhi. So on January 5, 2025, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated and laid the foundation stone for development projects worth over rupees 12,200 crore in Delhi. These projects include metro expansions and infrastructure upgrades aimed at enhancing regional connectivity and ensuring more convenient travel for the public. PM Modi inaugurated a 13-kilometer stretch of the Namo Bharat corridor between Saibabad in Ghaziabad and Uttar Pradesh and New Ashok Nagar in Delhi, costing around rupees 4,600 crore. He also inaugurated the 2.8-kilometer Janakpuri Krishna Park stretch of Delhi Metro Phase 4, a project worth rupees 1200 crore. Additionally, PM Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone for the 26.5-kilometer Rethala Kundli section of Delhi Metro Phase 4, valued at rupees 6,230 crore. So basically, do remember that it is in the foundation state. That means they are working on it. And particularly, the Janakpuri Krishna Park stretch has been inaugurated. It is open. And on the other side, Saibabad, Ghaziabad, and Ashoknagar stretch connection of these two stations has also been done on the basis of Namo Bharat. Do remember that Namo Bharat basically is a connectivity that is being connected from Delhi, or you can say from Delhi to Meerut. It is under construction in Meerut side, but right now Sahibabad and Ashoknagar has been completed. EPFO completes rollout of CPPS in all regional offices. So on January 3rd, 2024, the Employees Provident Fund Organization completed the nationwide implementation of the centralized pension payments system under the Employees Pension Scheme 1995. The initiative aims to improve the ease of living for pensioners by streamlining pensions disbursements across all regional offices. Pensioners can now access their pensions easily from any bank branch nationwide, removing the need for physical verification. This marks a transition from the current decentralized pension disbursement system, where each zonal or regional office of EPFO had separate agreements with only 3 to 4 banks. So do remember that EPFO completes the rollout of CPPS in all regional offices. What is CPPS? That is the centralized pension payments system. And this is all done under the Employees Pension Scheme 1995. MOT extended deadlines for compliance with medical textile uh, o, QCO until April 1, 2025. Let's see what it is all about. So, Ministry of Textiles on January 2nd, 2025 extended the compliance deadline of the medical textile quality control order, that is QCO. Do remember that, until 1st April 2025. So basically, this quality control order came in 2024, and now it has been extended till 1st April 2025 to address the challenges faced by small and medium enterprises. Large and medium enterprises must adhere to the earlier timeline of January 1st, 2025. This extension aims to support the industry in meeting new quality standards, ensuring safer products, boosting consumer confidence, and enhancing the efficacy of critical healthcare items. Manufacturers and importers are granted a 6-month period ending on June 30, 2025 to clear existing legacy stock and facilitate a smooth transition. The QCO applies to products like sanitary napkins, baby diapers, reusable sanitary pads, period panties, establishing stringent quality standards, including testing protocols and labeling requirements. So basically, I hope you have understood that this is all about the use of textiles, the type of particular things that are required during the surgery and other things. And basically, for that purpose, the manufacturers and importers are granted a 6 months period ending on June 30, 2025 to clear existing legacy stock and facilitate the smooth transition. So for this purpose, the Ministry of Textile has extended the compliance deadline of the medical textiles quality control order. RBI lifts business restrictions on Arohan Financial Service Limited. So on January 3rd, 2025, the RBI removed the business restrictions imposed on Kolkata-based microfinance institutions, Arohan Financial Service Limited. If we talk about this, so do remember that RBI is the central authority of banking in our country, and they can particularly lift the restrictions, the business restrictions on the financial services. They can put also and they can uplift also. What is the meaning of uplifting the restrictions? Means that particularly earlier the Arohan financial service was not complying with the guidelines of RBI, and now they have done that, and because of that the RBI has lifted the restrictions. The restrictions were lifted following remedial measures initiated by the lender and its commitment to adhere to fair loan pricing. As I was saying, on October 17, 2024, the RBI had directed four non-banking finance companies to cease and desist from sanctioning and disbursing loans due to exorbitant interest rates and non-compliance with guidelines. While the restrictions on Arohan have been removed, those on Asirvad Micro Finance Limited and DMI Finance Private Limited remain in place. So do remember that RBI has lifted the business restrictions on Arohan Financial Service Limited. Nomura forecasts India's GDP down to 6% in financial year 25. So on January 3rd, 2025, Japan brokerage Nomura forecasted that India's economy will grow more slowly in the coming years. If you remember, recently, according to RBI has also upgraded their data, and in that they were saying that in 2025, basically the last quarters, the GDP would be around 6.6. Last year, the forecast was around 7, but they have also come down to 6%. And now Nomura, that is a Japan-based brokerage firm, has also forecasted it to be slowing this coming year. Agencies revised the predictions indicates that India's GDP growth will decelerate to 6% in the financial year 2024-2025, a significant drop from 8.2% in financial year 20. In financial year 26, the GDP growth is expected to be around 5.9%, down from previous projections of 6.7% for financial year 25 and 6.8% for financial year 26. This slowdown is attributed to various macroeconomic indicators signaling an overall economic deceleration. The consumer price index inflation is expected to ease to 4.9% in financial year 25, down from 5.4% in financial year 24 and further to 4.3 in financial year 26. So do remember that. And if we talk about the data, so data is coming from Nomura brokerage firm that is based in Japan. SBI report, rural poverty ratio drops below 5% for the first time in financial year 24. So according to the State Bank of India, that is SBI, research report released on 3rd January 2025, the rural poverty ratio dropped below 5% for the first time to 4.86% in financial year 24 from 7.2% in financial year 23 and 25.7% in 2011-2012. This reduction is mainly driven by higher consumption growth among the bottom 0 to 5% fractile supported by government of India-led initiatives. The urban poverty ratio decreased marginally to 4.09% in financial year 24 from 4.6% in financial year 23 and 13.7% in 2011-2012. The report estimates that national poverty rates are now between 4 to 4.5%, marking a significant improvement in living conditions across the country. The report highlighted that the decrease in rural poverty ratio further led to a shift in the poverty line from 5 to 10% decile in financial year 23 to 0 to 5% decile in financial year 24. So according to the SBI report, so rural poverty ratio drops below 5% for the first time. IRFC signs the memorandum with REMCL to finance RE projects for Indian Railways. So on January 3rd, 2025, the Indian Railway Finance Corporation Limited signed a memorandum of understanding with Railway Energy Management Company Limited to support the financial financing of renewable energy projects for Indian Railways. So basically, this memorandum is being signed between two authorities. One is the Indian Railway Finance Corporation, and other one is the Railway Energy Management Company Limited. The MOU establishes a framework for collaboration between IRFC and REMCL to support Indian Railways in reducing dependence on fossil fuels and achieving net zero carbon emission by 2030. The collaboration includes exploring funding opportunities for thermal, nuclear, and renewable energy projects set up under a captive model through a joint venture between Indian Railways and other partners. REMCL will help Indian Railways by sourcing affordable conventional and renewable power and managing bidding for RE projects, while IRFC will handle the project evaluation and fundraising. So do remember that IRFC signs the memorandum with REMCL to finance RE projects for Indian Railways. RBI approves merger of National Cooperative Bank with Cosmos Cooperative Bank. On January 3rd, 2025, the Reserve Bank of India approved the merger of National Cooperative Bank Limited, Bangalore, with Cosmos Cooperative Bank Limited, Pune, effective from 6 January 2025. The RBI sanctioned a scheme of amalgamation of the banks under the powers conferred by subsection 4 of section 44A with section 56 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. RBI also granted approval to HDFC Bank Limited to acquire up to 9.5% stake in AU Small Finance Bank Limited, Kotak Mahindra Limited, and Capital Small Finance Bank Limited. The approval is valid for 1 year period expiring on January 2nd, 2026. So do remember that RBI approves the merger of National Cooperative Bank with the Cosmos Cooperative Bank. Another news coming from the defense part. So Vandana Agrawal launches two FPVs, GSL Yard, Amulya and Akshay for ICG, that is Indian Coast Guard. So on January 5th, 2025, Vandana Agrawal launched two fast portal vessels built by Goa Shipyard Limited and Amulya, and the first name is Amulya 1272 and Akshay 1273. So do remember these are the two fast patrol vessels. The meaning of fast patrol vessel is that basically these vessels are being used for patrolling in the sea, in the oceans. Basically, if you have seen in movies, so you must have seen when someone try to cross the boundary, the sea boundary or the exclusive economic zone of country. So the Coast Guard of that country basically stops them by giving them warning, and if they still not stops, then in that case they even fire on them. So that is a patrolling vessel. They were moving on. So recently, Goa Shipyard Limited has launched the Amulya and Akshay, two basic ships or two basic patrol vessels, and that is launched by Mrs. Vandana Agrawal for the Indian Coast Guard in Vasco da Gama, Goa. The event marked a significant milestone in GSL growth, reflecting its commitment to technological and operational excellence. What is GSL? Goa Shipyard Limited. The two FPVs are indigenously designed and constructed by GSL in line with the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. If you remember recently, INS Nirdeshak was also launched. That is another survey vessel, and that was also indigenously developed. These vessels are tailored to meet the ICG's operational needs, including surveillance and protection of offshore assets and island territories. The FPVs are equipped to perform high-speed patrolling and surveillance missions, contributing to the Indian Coast Guard's enhanced operational capabilities. So do remember that Vandana Agrawal has launched two FPVs, GSL Yard, Amulya and Akshay. Revolutionizing digital commerce, the ONDC initiative launched by DPIIT, MOC and I. The Open Network for Digital Commerce is a transformative initiative led by the Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. The initiative aims to promote open networks for all aspects of goods and services over digital or electrical networks. ONDC was first launched as a pilot project in April 2022 in 5 Indian cities: New Delhi, Bengaluru, Coimbatore, Bhopal, and Shillong. It is based on open source methodology using open specification and open network protocols, independent of any specific platform. ONDC aspires to create a new level playing field of sellers, buyers, and service providers across India, particularly micro, small, and medium enterprises. So, do remember that revolutionizing digital commerce, the ONDC initiative launched by DPIIT and MOCN. AICTE launches NEET 4.0 online learning. So in January 2025, the All India Council for Technical Education launched the phase 4 of the National Education Alliance for Technology, NEET 4.0, at the AICTE headquarters in New Delhi. The event was graced by Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman of AICTE, Professor Anil D. Sehesrabudhe, Chairman of National Education Technology Forum, and representatives from various edtech companies. A memorandum of understanding signing ceremony was held where 22 edtech companies signed MOUs with AICTE for 40 innovative products. NEET 4.0, through the public-private partnership model, brings advanced edtech solutions within reach of students, including emerging fields like biomedical engineering, health and wellness, and space technology. The product underwent a thorough evaluation process to ensure they met stringent quality standards before being added to the NEET portal. So basically, AICTE, that we all know, is a council for technical education in our country, and affiliation of many colleges in our country are done by AICTE that are running the engineering colleges. So now they are particularly launching the NEET 4.0. Under this, basically, what is they are doing? They are signing a memorandum with edtech companies. Edtech companies are basically those companies which provide education on the online platforms and for 40 innovative products. Under this, the emerging fields like biomedical engineering, health, wellness, and space technology, all these type of new technologies will be uh, provided as a learning or as a course. And this is done by AICTE. NASA unveiled new Mars design Mars chopper successor of Ingenuity helicopter. So in January 2025, NASA unveiled the design of a new Mars drone named Mars chopper for advanced exploration of Mars. The Mars chopper is a successor to the Ingenuity helicopter, which operated on Mars for over 3 years after landing alongside the Perseverance rover in 2020. Perseverance mission is a very famous mission, and it is a rover mission that particularly sent by NASA in 2020. And the purpose of this mission is to particularly roam around the Mars and try to find out some other findings that they can. The Mars chopper is produced by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in partnership with the AIIMS Research Center. It is a drone-like vehicle about the size of an SUV with six rotors, each with 6 blades, allowing for increased lift. The Mars chopper can carry up to 5 kg of scientific instruments and perform more complex tasks, flying longer distance up to 3 kilometers. So do remember that NASA has unveiled the new Mars design, Mars chopper, successor of Ingenuity helicopter. KKFI unveils trophies and mascots for the first ever Kho World Cup 2025. On January 3rd, 2024, the Kho Federation of India (KKFI) unveiled the trophies and mascots of the for the first ever Kho World Cup scheduled from 13 January to 19 January. The tournament, supported by the Sports Authority of India, that is SAI, will be held at the Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium in New Delhi. The event will feature 21 men's and 20 women's teams from 24 countries across 6 continents, showcasing global talent. The mascots, Tejas and Tara. This is very important. Do remember the name. One is Tejas and the other one is Tara. Are dynamic gazelles representing the spirit of the tournament. And gazelles basically is a word is used for the animal they are representing. And the spirit of the tournament is represented by them and depicted in vibrant blue and orange sporting attire adorned with traditional Indian motifs. The tournament will feature two magnificent trophies, a blue trophy for men's championship and green trophy for the women's championship. So do remember three things in this. First is that the Kho World Cup, this is the first edition and is going to be organized in Delhi in India. Other one is the mascots are named Tejas and Tara. And the other one is the trophy, or the color of the man's trophy is blue and the color of the woman's trophy is green. So do remember all these things. World Day of War Orphans 2025. So World Day of War Orphans is observed annually on January 6th to raise awareness about the challenges faced by the children orphaned by wars and the trauma they experience. Basically, we all know that a lot of wars are going on currently also, and a lot of conflicts are going on currently also. And we need to understand one thing, that because of the war, not only the soldiers laid their lives, but along with them, their families also lay their lives. So, to create awareness regarding the families and especially for the children who are left behind, who have been made orphans, or because of this conflict, the areas which are bombarded, some particular people also get orphans, some children will also get orphans. So, for those people and the trauma they experiences, this World Day of War Orphans have been particularly launched here, particularly in, created to create awareness. The day addresses social, psychological, and physical obstacles confronted by war orphans, protecting their rights and well being. The World Day of War Orphans was proposed by the French organization SOS Infant en Distress, SOS Children in Distress, basically, as it is a French organization, so the name is basically in French language, to protect the children from abuse and mistreatment. The day highlights the need for global attention and support for war orphans. The United Nations Children Fund plays a significant role in advocating for the rights and well-being of war orphans. So do remember that the World Day of War Orphans 2025 is basically uh, to create awareness is falls on 6th of January. Union Minister Piyush Goyal releases the sixth Leeds report, 13 states UT listed among achievers. Leeds report is basically defines the states in the category of managing the logistics. Do remember that. On January 3rd, 2025, the Union Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, released the sixth edition of Logistics Ease Across Different States reports in New Delhi. Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu were awarded the top rank of achievers amongst the coastal states in the Leeds 2024 report. The event also marked the felicitation of the LEAPS 2024 awards, recognizing various categories including core logistics services, MSMEs, startups, and institutions. Piyush Goyal proposed the adoption of the LEAD framework: longevity, efficiency and effectiveness, accessibility, accountability, digitalization of process to efficiently develop the logistics sector. So do remember that if we are talking about the Union Minister, so Union Minister Piyush Goyal basically released the sixth LEADS report, and 13 states and UTs are listed. And as I was saying, basically do remember that it is all related to managing the logistics. And apart from that, this particular in this particular category, Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu were awarded the top rank of achievers among coastal states in LEADS 2024. He also launched the Prime Minister Gati Shakti course of Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, a 15-hour course on PM Gati Shakti concept for efficient infrastructure planning and national development. So that is also being launched in this particular scenario. So do remember that the sixth LEADS report has been published, and in that the Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu are topping. ACC appoints Faiz Ahmad Kidwai as the Director General of DGCA. So the appointment committee of the cabinet on 3rd January 2025 appointed the Faiz Ahmad Kidwai, a 1996 batch IAS officer of Madhya Pradesh cadre, as the Director General of Directorate General of Civil Aviation. Ashutosh Agnihotri, 1990 batch IAS officer from Assam, Meghalaya cadre, has been appointed as the Chairman and Managing Director of the Food Corporation of India. Do remember these two are very really important appointments. First is the Directorate General of Civil Aviation Director General Faiz Ahmad Kidwai. Then the Assam Meghalaya cadre Ashutosh Agnihotri has been appointed as the MD of FCI. Akash Tripathi, a 1998 batch IS officer of MP cadre, has been appointed as the Additional Secretary, Ministry of Power. Kamal Kishore Son, a 1998 batch IS officer of the Jharkhand cadre, has been appointed as the Additional Secretary and Mission Director of Jal Jeevan Mission under the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Ministry of Jal Shakti. So do remember all these things, and do remember these four appointments basically: Faiz Ahmad Kidwai, Director General of Civil Aviation, and Ashutosh Agnihotri, the MD of FCI, Akash Tripathi as the Additional Secretary, Ministry of Power, and Kamal Kishore Son as the Additional Secretary and Mission Director of Jal Jeevan Mission. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned great things with me in this session. And in this session, we have a lot to write in our notebooks. So I hope you have written all the important things that will help you in your upcoming exams. I will meet you in the next session, in which we will discuss some more things related to the current affairs and general knowledge. And till the time we meet, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.